What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconero Zone on this Friday, the 3rd of February, the post day after the Coppa Italia quarterfinal win over Lazio. It's a good win. It was a good win. Finally winning again. It's not in the league, so it has a different feel to it because of circumstances. So that's a positive. You get you basically get a day off. That's what the Coppa Italia is at this moment in time for us. And I've said it in the preview, like it's something different, which is good, which we need as a fans as well. But post game, reality hit again, and you might get shocked, but I'm saying I thought Allegri was speaking facts, and he was speaking real concerns and concerns that I think we should share with him at this moment in time. But before we get into that, like this video and subscribe to the channel. As always, hit that bell notification. Now, obviously, we won. Happy days. Semi-final. First at home against Inter, then away to Inter. I believe that we can make the final. I do think we will make the final. I think we will reach it. You might ask yourself how. I think we'll just find a way, and we will be in that final. That's what I believe. But yeah, but after the positives, or like, came the back to earth thing, and that's the situation in the league. And Allegri was asked about it, and all those things, and he said a thing. I saw a lot of people going wild about it. But with what I learned from this week in terms of sentence, what came out on Monday, why 15 points, and what possibly is coming out on the wage part, because like the previous 15 points, there are certain journalists, newspapers that already know how many points we'll get deducted again for the wage thing. You might think that's wrong. It's wrong. Like, nobody should know by now. But the fact that they knew, and they knew the previous one, tells me we are in a very, very bad situation. They already made their mind up. No matter what, they're going to deduct 15 points. If you get those 15 points back in some, I don't know, miracle way, they're going to wait. That's why they said 1 month, and they will hit us again with even more points. I think it's pretty sad. I think we're just fighting up against it now. So this situation, is very, very serious. It is. And that's what Allegri said after the game. I saw a lot of people going mad. But again, based on this week's events, I'm agreeing with him. And maybe you have read what he said, you probably did. But he said we have to be ready in Salerno. It's a direct clash. There are only 2 points between us. There will be a direct clash in Salerno. It's true. It's true. Like, if the 15 points stand, you might say, but I think it will get worse. I think we will be in a full relegation battle in a month's time, where you're like, oh my God, we only have 10 points now, or whatever, or 12 points, or 8 points. I think it will be something like that. And the situation is serious. Now, if the players already reacted badly to min 15 points, imagine them reacting to min in total 35 points, whatever, min 40 points. It's madness. So I think Allegri is understanding the situation. I think the club is understanding the situation. The vibe I'm getting is that they know they're not going to get those points back, and they probably get deducted even more points. The situation is serious. Like, we need to start winning games again. We need to go back on a run. And it seems very difficult at this moment in time, because we lost 3 in a row in Serie A, lost 2. I count the Atalanta one as a loss, but we didn't. And we won 2 in the Coppa Italia. We need to get back to winning ways in the Serie A, because there are 19 games left, I think, right? I think there are 19 games left. Or 18, excuse me. I think 18 games are left. Let's say you get another 20 points, and you are sitting at, I don't know how, 22, 25? I don't know how many points we have now. To stay up again, because it's a serious situation. I think they are considering this, especially Allegri. That's what he's trying to say. Like, we need to focus. We need to get on a winning streak, especially before another deduction might come. Because at that point, the mentality will probably be even worse. But we need to go on a winning streak. It's a situation. We cannot say we're gonna get those 15 points back. I don't believe so. But there's no certainty. Even if you believe so, there's no certainty of yes, you're getting those points back, which means that you need to go back on a streak, and you're probably gonna need to win another 10, 11 games out of those 18s, and it's not easy. Like, it's not easy. We've done it, and you're probably thinking, how the hell did we manage to do that? Because you're gonna play Lazio away from home, so you're gonna play Milan away at home. You're gonna play Napoli at home. You're gonna play Roma away. You're gonna play Inter away. So there's a lot of tough games. 8, 6 tough games, and then the quote unquote smaller clubs. You should be, but is that a given at this moment in time? So you need to go again on a streak of 30 games, 30 points, pick up 30 points, win 10 games, and pick another 3 draws up, and then even with points deduction, you might stay up. That's a situation I think Allegri is taking into account, because he went from calculating how many points he needs to make it to the Champions League in not even 14 days time. He is making calculations to stay in the league mode, which tells me, personal opinion, that he knows something the club told him in terms of it's going to get worse, and we are not sure we're going to get those points back, because you don't go from making calculations to make the Champions League to relegation just because you only picked up 1 out of 6 points after that came out. You don't do that. So I think it's a very serious situation, and I think he's being that honest. And I think Bremer said after game, we need to focus on the pitch. What happens off the pitch is for the club. Somehow they need to manage to do that, and need to go back on a streak again. Now, I probably needed to do this before I start recording this video, but it's very late, so I didn't. But I'm gonna go and watch our next fixtures, because we play Salernitana away from home. Then we play Fiorentina at home. I think that should be 6 points. I don't know how you cannot make those 6 points. There's no excuses. You have Nantes in the Coppa Italia. In the Europa League, and then you have Spezia away from home. Again, you need to win that game. You can go on a streak. You should be going on a streak. Nantes away from home, Derby at home. Again, you should be winning. Roma away from home, that's a difficult one. Then you have Sampdoria at home, should be points. Inter away from home, difficult. But then again, you have Verona, who are relegation sides, by the way. Then you have the Coppa Italia, but then it becomes more tricky, because you have Lazio away from home. You go back at home against Napoli. Then you, of course, have Bologna away from home, Lecce at home, Atalanta away, Cremonese, Empoli, Milan, and you end with Udinese. So it's not an easy streak, as you can see. It's not. There are a few moments where you should be winning games, and build that momentum. But there are also moments, you can see, it's a winning streak, and then boom, Roma away from home, and then very closely Inter, in the league, excuse me. And then Lazio in the league, and Napoli in the league. And then you have a few more games, and then it's Atalanta, but you end with Milan almost. It's a very tricky situation we're in, It's not a given that we're going to go on that streak. We went on that streak. We had Lazio at home, and we had Inter at home. That kind of helped, because those were the big games in that streak. It flipped now. It's very difficult. It looks more difficult to go on a streak. It feels like you can go on a streak, then you will hit a bump, and then again, mentally you need to flip the switch and again go in streak mode before maybe possible there's another bump. For once, I am agreeing with Allegri. Somehow you need to stay focused as a group of players, and you need to go into every game in terms of this is a must win. No matter what, league position, blah blah blah, all those things, it's must win, because you never know. Maybe you get those points back, maybe not. I don't believe not. Points will stick. We will be out of Europe. But the biggest question is, how many points will they deduct? Will we be in a full relegation battle? And then it becomes difficult, because then it will get 100% in the players' heads. during games, you know, away from home. Oh, if we don't win, what now? Like we only have 6 points, 7 points. It will happen. It will happen, and I think that's what Allegri is trying to say. Now you need to start picking up those points from the get-go, away from Sanitana. No excuses, because again, 0 out of 6 points against Monza. That's bad. Like that's points you shouldn't be losing, you know. But we lost them. We are in this situation. So for once, not for once, but like in a very long time, for a very long time, I'm agreeing with him, and that's based off the events of this week, which are not good in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it's this serious or this dangerous of a situation, or do you think no? You know, I'm calm, and I think everything will come good. You know, I wish I was thinking that, but I'm not thinking like that as of now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back later today. Ciao, guys.